welcome back to another episode of Charts on Demand brought to you by TradeSnyper color-coded indicator. Right now we're just going to take a look at Big Daddy Bitcoin as the market seems to be pulling back here. We're seeing a lot of red in the market today in cryptos and stocks, and we're going to take a look at it. So before we get started, we just want to pay attention to what color the TradeSnyper color-coded indicator is up above here. Now we'll notice it's on the daily chart, and we'll notice that the indicator is blue. Now, if we check the last times it flipped blue, here, here, and here, we'll notice that it followed by a pretty significant fall. So what does the blue mean? So right now, if you're new to this channel, you'll know that when we're paying attention to the indicator, we'll notice that once it flips blue right here, we are going to be paying attention and noticing that the rally is virtually ending or over. Basically, the market's cooling off. So as you can see, like right here, it went from green, and then once it flipped blue, the market cooled off, the rally ended, and then notice once it flipped red right here, signaling selling pressure, notice that it flipped red on this candle. So if you pay close attention to that, you'd have seen here that it flipped red on this candle, and this would have been your mark to get out of the market. Even if you were a little late and got in, if you got out on this candle here, it still would have gotten you out well before a day before the actual drop happened. So that's very efficient. Also notice right here on this candle when it flipped from red to green, the sell-off ended, and then the market started to get a little bit of a floor here, and then next thing you know, the market started to pump again. So notice here from red to green, and then here's a little bit of a floor. Now pay attention to this candle right here. Once it activated and flipped from green to hyper green, then there was a little bit of a rally. As we dissect this, notice here it flipped blue, signaling the end of the rally, and then we got a pullback. So right now the market is it's pulling back. The indicator's blue. I'm suspecting that if it does flip red in the next few days, we might get a drop here, but we're going to wait to see what happens with the indicator. So a lot of people have been asking me, how do you get access to this indicator for their charts? And I'm going to put the link underneath this video. You can also just go to patreon.com/tradesniper and get full access. You could try it for a month if you want. We do month to month. There's also a yearly where you get a 10% discount if you want to prepay for the entire year. Pretty epic. So patreon.com/tradesniper. This will give you full access. The indicator syncs right up to your charts just like this, and you'll have it month to month as long as you stay a member. So worth it to try out. You can cancel at any time. So that's pretty much for Bitcoin on the daily. We're just going to run through the daily charts on these. We're going to take a look at Ether now, and then we're going to go back into some stocks and some more cryptos. So let's take a look at Ethereum. Now, as we notice Ether right here, there's a little bit of what's looking like, seems to be like a descending triangle forming. And that's a pretty bearish structure. As it gets to the tip of the triangle, that's when we'll find out exactly what's going to be happening. And usually when you get to the tips of these triangles here, it falls, it goes for some downside. So that's kind of what we're expecting. As we pay attention to the TradeSnyper color-coded indicator above on ETH, we'll notice the daily is blue. So there could be a little bit of a sell-off incoming. As you can see today, down 2%. It's already starting. You'll notice that the indicator actually flipped blue yesterday. It flipped blue here on the 19th and the 20th. It was blue, so this would have gotten you out. So again, if you want to get the indicator, just check out Patreon. So as far as the daily ETH goes, so you'll see that these resistance points here, it's been hitting off the top of this resistance line here, and then this is sort of a pretty respectable support line. It fell briefly below the support line, but right now we're sitting right on it. So it's literally on its, I don't want to say last leg, but it's not looking very, very good, especially if this breaks. Now it could also get some support, and it could keep, it could rip to the upside as a fake out and then drop, but again, we're going to wait to see what the indicator does. If it flips red here like it did here, or even here, take a look at what happened here when it flipped red. This is a 15% drop in a single day. So if you had $100,000 worth of ETH on August 13th here, you notice the indicator flip red. Boom, you could sell it and save yourself this massive downswing here. So yeah, that's about a 14% drop. So is that going to happen again? Well, we're going to have to wait and pay attention to the indicator, see what color it flips. So definitely stay tuned. If you want to hit the follow button, would definitely appreciate that. hit the bell so you'll be notified when hit the bell so you'll know exactly when I'm posting more videos, because we're going to be posting updates on the market since the market's getting a little spicy over here. So definitely much appreciated, all the support. So let's take a break from cryptos for a second and go hit the Dow. That's very important. As you notice, the Dow has actually already flipped red on the daily. Now the Dow is also in a what looks like a descending triangle here. It's at the coming to the very end. Now we could also get support right here and possibly, ping back up to this other trend line here. But the way that the market's going, if this breaks, I mean, we'll know in the next few days. But if this breaks, notice the indicator above here. The last time it flipped red, how it fell. See, it flipped red here, it fell, and then it kind of went sideways for a little bit, which is sort of what I'm expecting. And then as the indicator flipped red here, you'll see how it flipped red here. It dragged at the bottom of the screen. As it's dragging, pay attention to what's happening with the candle action, the price action. The candles are just selling. They're just selling lower low, lower low, lower low. It's just dropping. So you got to be really careful right now, especially as we're noticing the structure on the Dow on the daily. We really want to be paying close attention to the indicators and the structures that we're realizing here, because if this was to break, there's really not that much support. I mean, seeing somewhat of a little bit of a trend line right here up like this general area, and yeah, something like that would probably do. And as you can see, this cluster, this candle here, and this cluster has already fallen below the trend line. So yeah, we're gonna have to just wait and see. So be sure to hit the follow button, and we'll be offering, or we're gonna be adding up multiple price updates. So this is just a quick video to just get refreshed and just to do a quick update on the indicator. So let's jump right back to the cryptos now. We're gonna take a look at XRP. A lot of people have been demanding this. You'll see right back here the big major rally, and I wanted to point out how the TradeSnyper came in very, very handy right here. So we'll notice that flip red here, and you see it was getting a little bit of a pullback, and once it flipped green right in this area, this would have been, it flipped green right on this candle. So this got you in right here, and you'll notice then it flipped hyper green, and the hyper green, that kind of got you a nice little pump here. This actually ripped to the upside. Yes, there was a lot of news involved too, but this flipped green well before the news. So this could have been a good play. Now take a look at this. Notice right here when the indicator flipped blue, signaling a cooling off period or an end of the rally. Look at what candle it flipped blue on. Let's say right here. So it flipped blue right here. This is saying, hey, this rally is starting to cool off. You might want to start paying attention. And then check this out. Look at the red. Then it flipped red right here on the 23rd. Notice what happened after the indicator flipped red and it started to trend downwards. Just see the sell-off. Lower lows, went sideways, even more lower lows, and now it's just plummeting. Look at this. No hyper greens at all in here. A couple little greens, but nothing hyper green. This is why the hyper green part of the TradeSnyper must pay close attention to. So this right now it is if we're taking a look, it is green, hyper green, and it's been pumping over the last few days, but it's starting to bend. And my theory is this is about to flip blue, and it'll probably sell and rip back down here to maybe about 47 cents. But we'll see. Again, be sure to follow to keep updated. Okay, let's check out one more stock, and this is going to be Aurora Cannabis, ACB. A lot of people follow this one, and you'll notice here this falling wedge structure. You could have gotten right literal here, and this would have been perfect. This would have gotten you in right before the rally on the red to green. And then look at what happened when it flipped hyper green. Just ripped to the upside. It would have gotten you back in right here on this candle, flipped hyper green, and then it just completely ripped to the upside. This was a absolute, I think this was like let's see here. I think it was yeah, I was thinking at least 100%. This is 115%, which is insane. And then now again, pay attention to the blue right here. See how it started to trend downwards, and it was blue for a few days in a row. And then look what happens. Now there's the pullback happening, down 8% for the day. So this would have could have played this perfect. You got in right here, kept on going, kept on going. You never got any red here. You never got any red. You just got blue, and then this would have gotten you out right in this area. So that would have been a nice play. 155% return in just a few days. That's pretty nuts. So yeah. So the trade sniper indicator works very well on stocks and crypto. Let's take a look at Solana, and we'll notice that Solana has been in this just descending structure here. This descending parallel channel here, and you'll notice the support levels here, 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 here. It would ping off and then rip. And then notice the rejection levels here. Right here got rejected. And again, pay attention to the indicator. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Flips blue right before. And then red. And look at this. Perfect on Solana. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Give you a warning. And then boom, right to the red. And then you got to get out. Right now, if we look, it has not flipped blue yet. We see it starting to pull back. So if we get the indicator flipping blue tomorrow, we might get a nasty pullback on Solana and maybe go test the bottom of this parallel structure here down at 15 bucks, maybe even lower, especially if it breaks out of this past channel. So that's pretty sticky. Definitely, again, subscribe if you want to pay attention and follow the price action. And we're going to jump right into Doge, and then we'll pretty much call it a day. So as we see, Doge is in a descending triangle, not looking good. Like a lot of these cryptos are just looking real sticky. You can see the whole market's just red here. The whole market on stocks are all red. I mean, it just looks horrible today. So we will be going in depth into all these stocks and cryptos as the time goes on. If you have any requests on any charts, be sure to hit in the comments section. If you want to see Riot, Uber, Tilray, gold, any of these things, just hit me in the comments section. So real quick, back to Doge, and then we'll call it a day. So we'll see here. It's at the indicator is blue. So this turned blue yesterday. We could get a little bit of a drop here, especially if this descending triangle breaks. Notice what happened the last couple times the indicator flipped blue. Like right here, we got a drop. Right here, it flipped blue, and a little bit more of a rally, but then it flipped red on this candle, and boom. Next thing you know, boom, a drop, and then as it fell down lower here, you'll see when it's down here at the lower portions, when it's red, this is when you get a massive sell-off. So we might get a little bit of a pullback and then a potential massive sell-off if this indicator starts flipping colors. So again, if you want to get the Trade Sniper for your charts, access is full available, monthly or yearly. You get a discount. Right now, just go to patreon.com/TradeSnyper. This will give you full access instantly to the indicator, and this will put it right onto your charts. And you could snap it. You could snap it below if you really wanted to. Some people like to do this. And you can see here, this gets you a little bit more of a read on the market, but I sort of like it like that. So be sure to hit the subscribe button. We'll be offering more updates and posting more videos. And again, if you want to get the Trade Sniper color-coded indicator for your charts, head over to patreon.com/TradeSnyper, and we get you instant access right now.